What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the WARFRAME video. So if you watched my weekly reset / Incarnon rotation video last night, you might have noticed that the Incarnons did not rotate over to the first week after our 6th week, at the end of the final rotation. It was supposed to go back to week 1 with like the Bratton, Paris, Scana, etc. But yeah, that didn't happen, and DE's saying deal with it. So we'll be going over that news announcement today, and also talking about one of the problems with one of these Incarnons that is available this week, because now that I actually have it, I've actually moved the Dread from my Incarnon tier list from A tier to bugged tier, because one of the Incarnons is actually more broken than any Incarnon in the game, in a bad way. So before we get into it, make sure you're subbed to this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. Also check out the live stream channel. We'll probably be live later tonight, getting some stuff ready for future videos. I got lots of weapons to level up and things of that nature. Alright, so let's get in there. What happened? What did DE say? And what should you do? And let's also get some perspectives on this too. Okay, so the big thing that DE did announce is that after my video and other people have reported this, they have acknowledged it. Remember, this is on the weekend when this happened. So Sunday night, this is from one of the lead community managers at DE. They've made this post. Sunday night, we confirmed reports that the circuit rotation did not roll over and there was a duplicate of the previous rotation. That is not only going to be for the steel path unlockers, but also for the normal path circuit as well. The same frames for the circuit as last week. After discussing a resolution this morning, the team has decided to keep this week as a duplicate, as many of you are already working towards those rewards and wish to continue. Next week, it will rotate as intended. Apologies for the blip in the rotations. And just to clarify, next week will become week 1 and not whatever week, like week 2 like it should be. So, if you don't understand what we're talking about here, there is a 6-week rotation on Incarnons. For example, I think Latron and Lex are on week 2. Some of the ones I was waiting for. And then Torrid, I believe, is on week 4. And Burston's week 5, Dread's week 6, etc., etc. We are stuck on week 6 right now until this upcoming Sunday. And DE said, pretty much not worth changing it because people have already started grinding it out. Me, personally, I grinded out the Dread and the Hate Incarnons last night because I thought maybe they'll end up bug fixing this. And as you can see in the gameplay footage, I have all 3 of the Stalkers Incarnon weapons now. We'll talk about some bugs here in a little bit. So yeah, this is what they ended up doing. So that means that, okay, let's look at the positive side and the negative side of this, okay? Because there is definitely 2 sides to this coin of what happened here. So obviously it's a bug. It was not supposed to happen like this. We're supposed to be on week 1 with the Paris, Bratton, etc., etc. And that didn't happen. So instead, we are getting access to the week 6 rotation twice. So if you were like me and got one of the Stalker's weapons during the first time it's around, and now I'm grabbing 2 Stalker weapons on the second time it's around, I have the full Stalker loadout. And they're all Incarnon and they're all good. Additionally, the Zylok is hopefully going to get bug fixed soon. That Zylok is hitting really hard. So, on the bright side, there were some pretty good weapons on week 6, and anyone that wants the full Stalker loadout technically could have had that, or can have that now, if you are grinding all that stuff out. That's the good stuff. Potentially you got stuff you wanted quicker, because we were going to have to wait 6 weeks to get these other Stalker weapons if this didn't bug out like this. Now let's look on the negative side of this, and, this adds an entire extra week of waiting to every Incarnon. For example, I said earlier, the Latron's week 2. Now I have to wait about 3 weeks to get the Latron Incarnon from 2 weeks. And just add another week onto every other later Incarnon. For the Torrid Incarnon, I gotta wait over a month now. So that's kind of feels bad, but at the same time, what were they supposed to do, right? Because the damage is already done. You saw my weekly reset video, maybe you did. I picked those Incarnons the second I could. I grinded them out within hours. I already have all my Incarnons from this week. There other solutions would have been okay, I guess we'll just restart the rotation thing on Monday morning or Tuesday or whatever. That would be rich get richer. I was there grinding stuff out the second it was available, and that if they were to rotate it over to week 1 already, that would mean I got those Dread Incarnons, the Hate Incarnon. Now I'm getting the Kunai Incarnon and the Scana Incarnon, whatever I end up picking. So it's just rich get richer, but I feel like it does really highlight an issue where it's man, waiting 6 weeks for the Latron or whatever, or the Torrid is gonna feel so bad. Maybe they should find some other method of you can pick which Incarnon you want, or making it RNG wouldn't really be a all-around solution, because if you make it RNG, that 4 weeks you're waiting for the Torrid might be even more than 4 weeks, depending how bad your RNG is. Now, they did also say they were going to make it where Incarnon unlockers are removable and replaceable. So, for example, let's say I got, the best example is the Boltor. Let's say I got the Boltor Prime Incarnon, and I want to try out Natello's Boltor. I will be able to remove that and replace it, and then if I don't like Natello's Boltor, I want to put it back in the Boltor Prime, I can put it back on there afterwards, too. That is coming at Echoes of Kalervo, or, 7 Crimes of Kalervo, and one of the main reasons they probably didn't fix this week is because there are no hot fixes until 7 Crimes of Kalervo, because it's hopefully pretty soon. And there's a lot more, there's a lot more negative and positive aspects you could look at this from, but the main one's going to be, for people, here's a big thing, actually. If you guys were playing Deviri on week 1, you might or trying to play Deviri on week 1, you might remember how buggy week 1 was. Remember that bug where you couldn't go past like wave 2 or 3 in the circuit? Yeah, that was week 1. So people that got their Incarnons in week 1 were fighting with that bug. So now those people that were like, they're like, oh, I'm not playing the game on week 1 for this update. It's way too buggy. I literally can't even play it, or whatever was happening. So basically, you're having to wait an entire extra week to get that stuff that you had to wait as well for the week 1, because it was too buggy to play for a lot of people. And even for me, it was kind of too buggy to play. I just forced it. I would do 2 waves of circuit and then like extract solo, because there was no other way to do it. You couldn't go to wave 3, and the higher you go in circuit past wave 4, you get 170 XP per wave. So it was just so worse. It was so much worse. You're only getting 100 XP per wave. It felt terrible. So yeah. Now moving forward with this, DE is just going to be like, all right, sorry about that. It won't happen again. But, it's really not a good look. Now, let's talk about the Dread Incarnon and why this one is bugged. And it's not even me saying it's bugged. It's DE saying it's bugged. So, as far as the Dread Incarnon, get a load of this, guys. So, this is going to be the known issues for 7 Crimes of Kalervo. But look at this one right here. Joining a mission with a full set of Stalker weapons and the Dread Incarnon evolution, Coup de Grace, crashes the game. Work around in the meantime, use a different weapon or a different evolution. So, Coup de Grace is probably the best evolution on the Dread on that tree, and it doesn't just, not work. It makes your game crash. So, that's going down to bug tier on the Incarnon tier list until further notice. But the Dread Incarnon has been really nice. It is pretty much the exact same thing as the Paris. Really no difference at all. Besides, maybe different... Actually, I think it's got the same sound effects even, too. So, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Basically, if you want to get the full Stalker loadout, go for it. They're not going to be removing it anytime soon. It will rotate as normal on Sunday to week 1, and then just wait for week 2 and week 3 and all that stuff afterwards. So, hope you guys found this video helpful. I have not tried the side beer. So here it is also. This is another funny little aspect of this. Now that we've had week 6 twice, it was an oopsie, but it happened. Now week 6 is completely dead to me. The only thing I don't have for week 6 is the side beer, and who really cares about the side beer that much, right? I will not go past rank 5 now on week 6, when week 6 eventually comes around in about 2 months from now. I just have to get the side beer. So there will be literally no reason to go to rank 10 on week 6 ever again once we've gotten all the Incarnons. And after that, I will probably not even bother with week 5 because there's no variants on these weapons. There's no Xylock Prime, there's no Sibir different version, Dread, Hate, Despair, only one version. So week 6 is dead going forward. So that's another thing D is going to figure out. What are they going to do to make people play on week 6 from now on, since we're not going to have any reason to, as far as Incarnons are concerned. All right, guys, I appreciate the support. I will see you in the next one. And yeah, I'm going to have to try to get a new Garuda video out this week. I'm going to be live on stream very soon, testing out Garuda builds, leveling up weapons probably, and things of that nature. So if you want to come stop by, I'll be there. So you guys take it easy. I'll see you next time, and peace.